answers. Listen carefully.
You can't really be against hydrofracking and say you're an environmentalist because immediately the default options are fuels that are much less clean.
For the next hour, Shawn Wilson explores the energy industry with news and interviews from around the corner and around the globe.
Nuclear is one of the directions that we should innovate in.
The Exploring Energy Show begins now.
And very, very good Wednesday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, and Christmas Eve to each and every one of you listening in here today. I'll see if I can remember how this all goes. I appreciate Jimmy sitting in for me Monday, and also the replay yesterday. I had 2 or 3 texts like, hey, ask him this. Well, they found out it was pre-recorded, but I appreciate the day off. In fact, just to give you an idea, no show tomorrow or Friday. We'll be back Monday the 29th with Dewey F. Bartlett Jr., but that is what we've got going on here. So today, no Meals on Wheels. No Meals on Wheels today, tomorrow, and or Friday. They'll be back Monday morning, the 29th as well. So no Meals on Wheels. I know that our church is delivering Meals on Wheels to the people that were on the lists for the next 3 days. So they're getting taken care of, but no sit-down dining today, tomorrow, or Friday. It was, Wednesday Donut Day here by Amy Donuts. So we're not going to be here Friday, so I went by this morning. They hooked me up. Those kolaches, whew, they are so good. And their donuts, man, they are made fresh every day, 4:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., Monday through Sunday. Amy Donuts, 301 North Van Buren. And I understand their smoothies are really good, too. That's all at Amy Donuts, 301 North Van Buren here in Elk City. You can call in specialty orders, 303-7203. Amy Donuts, the official Donut Friday, or in this case, Wednesday sponsor. Free books delivered to you by the Friends of the Carnegie Library. If you have trouble reading regular print, you can call them and ask them about their free program that can help. But if you want books in the Elk City area, they'll bring them right to you. Free. Carnegie Caravan. Friends of the Library. For free books, call 225-0136. 225-0136. Okay. It is Remember When Wednesday. We'll be going back in time with the American Oil and Gas Historical Society, AOGHS.org website. Well, gas and oil prices are up just a skosh. We'll talk about that after I give you these prices. West Texas Intermediate up 13 cents, trading at 58.51. That's a January contract. New York Mercantile Exchange. Brent crude oil on the, ICE Futures Exchange out of London is up 3 cents, trading at $62.41. It's also a January contract. Tocom crude oil in Japan, November contract, trading at 470 yen per kiloliter up. So they're kind of a month behind. I don't know why that is, but it's the other side of the world. I don't know. New York Mercantile Exchange natural gas, down 11 cents, but still trading at $4.30 per million BTU. RBOB gasoline up 36 cents to 174.68. Heating oil in the New York Mercantile Exchange down 71 cents to 218.35. Gas oil up $3.75 to $631 per metric ton. That's kind of what's going on the commodity prices. This Venezuela thing, we're kind of keeping an eye on that as President Trump gathered some of the doers in the oil field and talked to them about what's going to happen after the Venezuelan-Russian incidents. So, the Venezuelan situation was when the Venezuelan oil tankers, the target of a seizure by the U.S. Coast Guard, and more Ukrainian attacks damaged Russian oil tankers. The incidents have raised the risk of global oil supply disruptions. As a result, crude oil prices rose about 3% on Monday. Continued that rise just a little bit yesterday. Reuters reported the U.S. Coast Guard tried to intercept an oil tanker on Sunday that U.S. officials said is part of Venezuela's illegal sanctions evasion. The third such operation this month. The pursuit followed U.S. President Donald Trump's announcement last week of a blockade of oil tankers under sanctions entering and leaving Venezuela. So those two situations right there, plus what's going on over there in the Ukraine, as Ukraine and Russia are targeting each other's oil infrastructure, more on the Russian side than on the Ukrainian side. But still, it's something that affects the price of oil here in the United States. And it's something that a lot of the people in the government, they're wanting to rein back President Trump. I'm telling you, Venezuela has for a long time been nothing but a drug hub from South America to the United States, and it needed to be stopped. And where do? You go to the source. Okay, and President Trump, I think, is doing exactly what he needs to do, and he's saving lives, because every one of those fentanyl pills that do not make it into the hands of an American, the better, and it's a tough deal, but we got some infighting going on here in the state of Oklahoma, if you haven't already heard it. But Governor Stitt criticizes Judge Poultry ruling. The federal judge recent ruling, which ordered poultry operations to pay millions of dollars in pollution cleanup of the Illinois River, prompted Governor Kevin Stitt to defend the poultry operations attacked by Attorney General Gettner Drummond. After the Friday decision, the governor commented Monday, and he said, these family farmers did everything the right way. They got the permit, followed the rules, and they're still getting sued, Governor Kevin Stitt said. If you can do exactly what the state requires and still end up in court, what are you supposed to do? This isn't about chicken litter or clean water anymore. That's what the legislature is for. Laws should be made in the open, not focused or forced on families through lawsuits. He also argued Drummond has asked for a stay in the judge's order, indicating the implementations of the order will have severe consequences for family farms. And then on the flip side of the coin, of course, Gettner Drummond, he has to respond, because he's running for governor. So he had this to say. Attorney General Gettner Drummond accused Governor Kevin Stitt of completely misrepresenting a federal court judgment against out-of-state poultry corporations, saying Stitt's latest comments distort both the facts of the case and the Oklahoma's interest. Governor Stitt is completely misrepresenting the case, said Drummond, the court's judgment in Oklahoma's interest. The state of Oklahoma has never sued a single farmer, and the court has not entered judgment against any Oklahoma person or Oklahoma company. If anyone has failed Oklahoma, it is Kevin Stitt, who stood idle while the Illinois River watershed suffered extensive and preventable damage, all to protect corporate interests. Stitt and his hand-picked Attorney General John O'Connor had 18 months to manage this litigation. Instead, he chose inaction. Only now, after the court has ruled, is he attempted to deflect from his own failures of leadership, Drummond said. I love these guys, man. Get a jab here, a jab there, hey, let's go a round or two. But anyway, Drummond and Stitt are at each other. And as you can clearly tell, Stitt's not endorsing Drummond for governor. With that being said, I'm going to take a quick break and come back, and we're going to go back in time. Talk about the American Oil and Gas Historical Societies this week in petroleum history. Don't you dare go anywhere.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
Craving a real steak? Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City is firing up flavors 7 days a week. The grill is always hot, and the steaks are always fresh. From juicy char-grilled ribeyes, fillets, and sirloins, to chicken fried steak, hearty burgers, seafood, and chicken, there's something for everyone. Don't forget the appetizers, salads, and desserts to top it off. Bring your appetite. We'll handle the rest. Dine in or order online now on the DoorDash app. It's more than just a steakhouse. It's Fred's.
Hi, it's Andy Taylor. We're living in some very turbulent times. It's easy to get discouraged in the normal course of life, but the good news is God has all the answers. His presence and companionship always makes all the difference. A big part of what we do at Trinity Fellowship is to help people in the process of coming into relationship with the Father. We'd love to help you. Our services start at 10 a.m. on Sunday. You can find us on our Trinity Fellowship Facebook page, or you can listen right here on KECO at 9:30. We'd love to have you be part of our family.
So if you're a farmer, need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. Oilfield customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oilfield or agriculture. You needed a hose like yesterday. We will stop what we're doing, and if we got to go to our Oklahoma City shop and get it, we'll do that. And I've done that for a lot of my customers. The business I've done with the Oilfield, they got to see your face. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever the customer prefers, that's what we're going to do. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings. In the Oilfield, sometimes you get a call for a crazy, hey, can you get this? And you go find it for them. American Hose and Supply. Come by and see us at 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123.
Solves that problem.
You know why people like going out to eat? It's a little treat for them. They get to leave the house and go somewhere else and have somebody else cook the food and serve it to them and clean up afterward. All you got to do is pay and leave.
I know a lady that makes it at Janice's Cafe. We go out there and eat all the time. You know why? It's not at home, and it's better than what we cook. You know, one of my favorite things to eat at Janice's Cafe? The catfish. It's good. It's got the crispy breading. Oh, it's like they made it with love, with a little bit more love on top of it.
Bacon cheeseburger.
Best bacon cheeseburger in the business. Name another one.
Mushroom and Swiss.
Best mushroom burger there is ever. Janice's Cafe can make all those burgers for you. Of course they got burgers. Got the best burgers you can have.
Do you think more people drink sweet tea or unsweet tea?
Well, you know what I am.
Half and half.
Half sweet, half unsweet. Janice is located on the south side of Elk City, where you go into the movie theater, right there next to Arby's. You'll be able to find it because there's a big old sign up there that says Janice's Cafe.
If your computer won't go, call an ITL Pro. Innovative technology, 243-1559. Online at itlpros.com. Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
Thanks for sticking around. This show brought to you in part by David Allen Guest, one of our loyal listeners and loyal sponsors of the show. Appreciate you, David. On behalf of all of us here, Merry Christmas to you and your family. And on behalf of David and his family, Merry Christmas to you. If you got minerals and royalties you need help, David Allen Guest is your man. He's been doing it for nearly, well over 40 years now. Managing royalty and mineral rights is a complicated process. It's always changing. David has the experience to help you navigate through every aspect of it. And David Allen Guest will get you the most out of your royalties. Did you hear that part? The most out of your royalties. So he is an investment, not an expense. If you're needing help managing royalties and you want to get the most out of your royalties, David Allen Guest is your guy. He's also a buyer of royalties from estates, probates, trusts, and bankruptcies. You need someone that's not going to take advantage of you. David is that somebody. He's somebody you're going to be glad you're doing business with or have done business with. David Allen Guest, certified mineral manager. Call him today, 405-341-8698. Sustaining Oklahoma's energy resources, also a proud supporter of this show. Part of the OERB, the Oklahoma Energy Resources Board. They got some upcoming educational opportunities. January 14th, it's Tier 2 reporting. These are very important reporting program emphasizing when and how facilities must report hazardous chemical inventories in Oklahoma. That's January the 14th, January 14th, 10 a.m. It's a Zoom meeting, so you don't have to go to Oklahoma City. After that, January 29th, SPCC training, managing spills and staying compliant. Oil spill prevention, control, and countermeasure. SPCC, that training is January the 29th, 11 a.m. Zoom meeting for that. Go to www.soer.oerb.com. At the top, click on Producers Education Opportunities, and then you'll have a drop-down. Go right to workshops, and it's very easy to get yourself registered. The deadline is 5 p.m. the day before, so you've got time, but if you want to go ahead and do it while you're thinking about it, go to www.soer.oerb.com. Soer, SOER.OERB.com. And also ASCO Equipment. For the big stuff, if you're looking for heavy equipment for sale or rent in Oklahoma, it's got to be ASCO. Their new and pre-owned construction equipment fits your needs and your budget. Also are our leading provider, ASCO, a leading provider for the Oklahoma construction, ag, and energy sectors. Proudly serving all the areas they are, including the Oak City area with construction equipment like tractors, backhoes, wheel loaders, cranes, dozers, excavators, forklifts, compactors, pavers, skid steers. The big names like Case Construction, Case IH, Caterpillar Lift Truck Line, Crown, Bobcat, Genie, Hitachi, $21 million worth of equipment parts in stock, 200 factory-trained certified technicians, 140 field service trucks. And I'm going to pause for a moment. I saw one of their field service trucks, and I'm not talking about a pickup with an air compressor on the back of it. These things are big units, and they've got the crane arm and the whole deal. Now, these are big trucks. Nice. They'll come right to you, work on your equipment no matter where or when you bought it or who you bought it from, what brand it is. And they have weekly, daily, and monthly payment, flexible rental options, even rent to own. Talk to E.J. Gredeman on the rental side, Bart Shields on the equipment sales side, but Jeremy Bridgman, the branch manager, you can call him at 323-3422, 513 West 20th Street. It's ASCO Equipment, family owned and operated. Okay, I'm going to click this button right here, and then I'm going to come down here to this button, and then we're going to get started with Remember When Wednesday, brought to you by the American Oil and Gas Historical Society, AOGHS.org. Bruce and Chris Wells, again, continue to add to these stories with pictures, side stories, graphs, charts, patents. It's really cool. This week in petroleum history, December 22nd, 1875. Well, President Ulysses S. Grant convinced Congress to repave Pennsylvania. That's how I put it. Anyway, repave Pennsylvania Avenue's badly deteriorated plank boards with asphalt. Grant delivered to Congress a report of the commissioners created by the act authorizing the repavement of Pennsylvania Avenue. The project would cover 54,000 square yards. Brooms, lutes, squeegees, and tampers were used in what was a highly labor-intensive process. With work completed in the spring of 1877, the asphalt, obtained from a naturally occurring bitumen lake found on the island of Trinidad, would last more than 10 years. In 1907, the road to the capital was repaved again with a superior asphalt made with petroleum from U.S. oil fields. By 2005, the Federal Highway Administration reported that more than 2.6 million miles of America's roads were paved. That's good stuff. The side story is asphalt paves the way. December 22nd, 1903. Carl Baker patents the cable tool bit. Reuben Carlton Carl Baker of Coalinga, California, patented an innovative cable tool drill bit in 1903 after founding the Coalinga Oil Company. While drilling around Coalinga, Baker encountered hard rock layers that made it difficult to get casing down a freshly drilled hole, noted a Baker Hughes historian in 2007. To solve the problem, he developed an offset bit for cable tool drilling that enabled him to drill a hole larger than the casing. Coalinga would become a petroleum boomtown thanks to Baker's leadership, according to the town's museum. He helped establish several oil companies, a bank, and the local power company. After drilling wells in the Kern River oil field, he added another innovation in 1907 by patenting the Baker casing shoe, a device ensuring uninterrupted flow of oil through the well. This guy doing some stuff. By 1913, Baker organized the Baker Casing Shoe Company, renamed Baker Tools 2 years later. He opened the first manufacturing plant in Coalinga in a building today home to the R.C. Baker Museum. Baker never advanced beyond the third grade, but possessed an incredible understanding of mechanical and hydraulic systems. Third grade education. This guy became a multi-millionaire. And you'd learn more in Carl Baker and Howard Hughes' sub-story. December 22nd, 1975. Strategic Petroleum Reserve established. President Gerald R. Ford established the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve by signing the Energy Policy and Conservation Act of 1975. With a capacity of 713.7 million barrels of oil in 2018, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve was the largest stockpile of government-owned emergency oil in the world. SPR storage sites include 5 salt domes on the Gulf Coast. In addition to the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, the Department of Energy maintains a Northeast Home Heating Oil Reserve of 1 million barrels and a 1 million barrel supply of gasoline. December 23rd, 1919, as we continue our track through time with the American Oil and Gas Historical Society, AOGHS.org. December 23rd, 1919, home gas heating system. When most American homeowners were stocking up on wood and coal to heat their homes, Alice H. Parker patented a gas furnace system with adjustable ducts. The 1910 graduate of Howard University described her patent as a reliable gas heating furnace with individual hot air ducts leading to different parts of the building so that heating of various rooms or floors could be regulated as required. Although Parker's patent was not the first for gas furnace design, according to the Heat Treat today, it was unique in that it incorporated a multiple yet individually controlled burner system. By 1927, more than 250,000 U.S. homes were heating with natural gas. Pretty good stuff right there. December 23rd, 1943, Oilfield discovered in Mississippi. Gulf Oil Company discovered a new Mississippi oil field at Heidelberg in Jasper County. The company surveyors had recognized the geological potential of an area southeast of Jackson as early as 1929, and the Gulf Oil used newly developed seismography methods that core drilling technologies to look for oil-bearing formations. The 1943 discovery well revealed one of the state's largest oil fields since the Tinsley oil-producing formation in 1939. The first major Mississippi oil well was drilled following a geological survey by a young geologist who had sought a suitable Yazoo County county clay to mold cereal bowls for children. It all began quite independently of any search for oil, a historian later explained. This guy was looking for clay to build bowls. Found the big oil field in Mississippi. You just never know. Never know. I know this. I'm going to take a break, come back with our featured story and more of Remember When Wednesday right after this.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show. This Christmas, shop local. The Depot Trading Company Men's and More store in downtown Elk City is your destination for a great selection of men's clothing, plus the most unique men's, pets, and household gifts, barbecue grills, spices, accessories, and outdoor party gear. Check out their 50% off rack while you're there. The Depot Trading Company Men's and More store, 318 South Main Street in downtown Elk City. This Christmas, come on in and enjoy the ride.
Timber Oklahoma is your safe and reliable expert tree care service. At Timber, we provide professional tree trimming and removal with a focus on safety, quality, and clear communication. With over 10 years of experience and certified in the Electrical Hazards Awareness Program, our crews provide tree trimming and removal, storm damage cleanup, utility line clearance. Call Timber today at 580-732-3400 or see us online at www.timberokla.com or email us at customercare@timberoklahoma.com.
Hey folks, this is EJ Gretaman with ASCO Equipment out of Elk City, Oklahoma. If you need rental equipment, I got your back. From excavators to wheel loaders, telehandlers, and forklifts, we rent the brands that you know and trust. With flexible terms, responsible service, and expert support, we're here to keep your job on track. Need equipment? We're on it here at ASCO Equipment. Visit ASCOEQ.com or stop by our Elk City branch, 513 West 20th here in Elk City, Oklahoma, or you can just give me a call, 580-243-9233. Appreciate it, folks, and y'all have a blessed day.
You got 5-6 tractors out there. You got a dozer, a traco, a grader, something like that. I mean, you go through a lot of oil in a season. I mean, you'll use a few hundred gallons in a season. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand. where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that, but we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. They can come in and talk to us, see what they want, or give us a call, and we can come out and see what they have, fill their tanks, set them tanks. That's what we've done here in the past. We've converted a lot of farmers over to our brand, our house brand of motor diesel oil. The price savings it's huge for them. We sell it to oilfield companies also. They use it in frac pumps, and they're not happy, you know it, and it's working great for them. Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse. The price savings it's huge for them.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and I just learned that people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas have just restored their 20,000th well site. They've been doing this work voluntarily now for decades, spending tens of millions of dollars restoring one well site at a time. Many of these old well sites are 50 to 100 years old, abandoned by their original owners. But now, the land is restored, so the current owners can make it productive for generations to come. See how they do it at oerb.com/micro.
Got problems? God can fix them. This is Pastor Andy Taylor inviting you to come as you are to Trinity Fellowship in Sayre.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
Show brought to you in part by, Fred's Steakhouse. Home of the $4.99 chicken fried steak, served daily, hand-battered, country gravy, house-made mashed potatoes. They're also your destination for fresh USDA-graded beef, ribeyes, New York strips, filet mignon, sirloins, hand-cut daily by their in-house butcher. They also have numerous side options available, along with fresh salads, soup of the day, freshly baked rolls made in their in-house bakery. 7 kinds of chicken, grilled, barbecue, teriyaki, mushroom, baja, and, of course, fried chicken. Maybe seafood's what you crave. Fred's has a variety to choose from, like grilled salmon, fried catfish, freshwater catfish, grilled or fried shrimp, fish tacos. Fred's also has appetizers sure to please everyone. Wood chips, fried pickles, cheese curds, just to name a few. Cap off your dining experience with fresh in-house made desserts, all at Fred's. They also have a full-service bar for your favorite cocktails, especially drinks, ice, wine, and ice-cold beer. Fred's Steakhouse can host your private event located at 2107 South Main Street in Elk City. Call 243-2100. Order online on the Chow Now app, open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. DCP Service is a diversified oil field company offering the right services with the right people on the job. Have a roustabout division, a lease operators division, a wireline division, both braided and slick line capabilities. And their DCP pump repair shop in Cordell continues to rebuild those pumps to like new. Find out more, you can get on Facebook. Just search DCP Services, or you can call Jeff Davis directly. 580-660-0501, 660-0501. And I know the Davis family would want to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. Okay, back at it. Let's go back here to this. Delve right back into the AOGHS.org website. Okay, let's see. All right, getting right back at it. It is, let's see, all right, here. It's our featured story, by golly, and so I'm going to click a couple buttons, put this picture up for your viewing pleasure. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of people didn't realize this, but you remember that Christmas Story? You've heard of that. You've heard of that outfit, haven't you? All right. Well, back in 1997, December 24th, 1997, the TNT network began airing 24 hours a day Christmas Story, an annual marathon of an independent film made in 1983. The movie's popularity and merchandise sales led to more marathons on TBS. In addition to the plastic leg lamp with black nylon polymer stocking, another petroleum product was featured, the paraffin-based novelty candy. It was the wax teeth. Paraffin makes it an appearance when Ralphie Parker and his fourth grade classmate smuggle wax fangs into class. An older generation may recall the peculiar disintegrating flavor of wax lips, wax mustaches, wax bottles, and few realized the candy started in the U.S. oil patch, as did another Oilfield paraffin product, Crayola crayons. So yeah, little Ralphie had the old wax teeth, and I'll tell off my age, we had them. They were a funky tasting deal. I don't know if I ever ate any and just swallowed it, but I know that we had those little wax teeth, wax lips, wax fangs. They made their debut on A Christmas Story. How about that? What a tie-in from a little Ralphie. December 26, 1905, Nellie Bly's ironclad 55-gallon metal barrel. Inventor Harry Wernhan of Brooklyn, New York, received 2 patents that would lead to the modern 55-gallon steel drum. He assigned both to his employer, the famous journalist Nellie Bly, who was president of the Ironclad Manufacturing Company. Talk about a loyal employee. My invention has for its object to provide a metal barrel which shall be simple and strong in construction and effective and durable in operation, noted Wernhans about his design, which featured rolled hoops strength. After receiving a second patent for detaching and securing a lid, he assigned both to Elizabeth Cochran Seaman, Nellie Bly, widow of the company's founder, Robert Seaman. Well known as a reporter for the New York World, Bly manufactured early versions of the metal barrel that evolved into the modern 55-gallon steel drum. For a time, Nellie Bly was one of the leading women industrialists in the United States. Wernhan moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to become superintendent of the Pressed Steel Tank Company. You can learn more in the side story, Remarkable Nellie Bly's Oil Drum. But as I show, the first patent of this drum, it had those raised rings, and those were for stability. But then they became really good for rolling and actually getting forklift teeth underneath those barrels, or even on the side and lift them up. I was a little leery of that, but I saw it happen many times. December 28, 2017, Smithsonian features Oilfield Nitro Factory. The true story of Miss Alford's nitroglycerin factory, proclaimed an article in Smithsonian Magazine about the early oil industry. Mary Alford's remains the only woman known to own a dynamite and nitroglycerin factory ever. The magazine added about 19th century nitroglycerin factory owner with the Bradford, Pennsylvania oil field in 1881, accounting for 83% of all U.S. oil production. Miss Alford was reported to be an astute businesswoman in the midst of America's first billion-dollar oil field. And you can learn more about that in Miss Alford's Nitro Factory. She built her buildings out of wood because when they exploded, it was easier to clean up and rebuild. Yikes. December 28, 1930. Well reveals extent of the East Texas oil field. 3 days after Christmas, a major oil discovery on the farm of widow Lou Della Grimm of Kilgore, Texas, revealed the extent of the giant East Texas oil field. Her son, J. Malcolm Grimm, had, ignored advice from most geologists and explored about 10 miles north of the field's discovery well, drilled in October by Columbus Dad Joyner on the farm of another widow, Daisy Bradford. The Lou Della Grimm #1 well erupted oil on a Sunday morning while Mama Grimm was attending church. The well initially produced 20,000 barrels of oil a day. 1 month later, and 15 miles further north, a third wildcat well drilled by fourth work wildcatter W.A. Monty Moncrief confirmed the true size of the largest oil field in the continental United States. The East Texas field would encompass more than 480 square miles. And you learn more on the sub-story, Lou Della Grimm revealed. This has been Remember When Wednesday, brought to you by the American Oil and Gas Historical Society, AOGHS.org. Bruce and Chris Wells, again, just doing a yeoman's task to keep this thing up and going. If you can throw them a few extra dollars, man, it goes right back into this site. These guys, they spend their own money and their own time for this because they love it. And they are so diligent in how they vet everything before it goes on the site. So that's why I trust this site so very much. I hope you do too. Love the site. Sign up for their newsletter. They don't dun you for money. They just send you, hey, here's what's going on this month in petroleum history and give you some highlights and some quick links back to it. So if you get a chance to get on that, aoghs.org, I highly recommend it. You'll enjoy it, and you'll be glad you did, because it's just chock full of good stuff that makes a difference to all of us in our daily lives. The DOT accused Colorado of slow-walking move to eliminate illegal truckers. Man, has this thing just really blown up? And thank God. Weeks after Oklahoma pulled over illegal immigrant truck drivers and arrested hundreds of them, the Federal Transportation Department is doing the same and also criticizing Colorado for not following suit. Now you're talking about these guys driving on mountain roads. Are you kidding me? Transportation Secretary Shawn blasted Colorado this week for slow walking the purge of illegally issued truck licenses. He's threatening that if Colorado does not immediately pull the license and gain compliance, Colorado could lose $24 million in federal highway funding. He said the DOT has the ability to decertify the state's CDL program. Colorado doesn't get to pick and choose what federal rules it follows, especially when the driving public is at risk, said U.S. Transportation Secretary Shawn P. Duffy. It's been nearly 2 months since Colorado admitted that they knowingly broke the law and gave Mexican nationals trucking licenses. Colorado has two options: revoke the licenses immediately, or I will pull federal funding. Every day that goes by is another day unqualified, unvetted foreign truckers are jeopardizing the safety of you and your family. This October, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration nationwide audit uncovered roughly 22% of Colorado's non-domiciled commercial driver's licenses were issued illegally. Many of these licenses were given to Mexican nationals, which is explicitly prohibited under federal regulations. When pressed, Colorado admitted that these violations were not accidental, but the result of a 2016 statewide policy decision to disregard federal law, give trucking licenses to the ineligible Mexican citizens. The state has also allowed non-domiciled CDL expiration dates to exceed the driver's lawful presence documents, effectively allowing individuals to drive trucks on American roadways long after their legal status to remain in the country had expired. Despite receiving the notice of noncompliance, Colorado officials have failed to produce a completed audit or full accounting of the illegal licenses. The state is still unable to account for how many unqualified drivers are currently on the road, nor have they completed the necessary actions to revoke these credentials. This continued delay signals a lack of urgency that puts public safety at risk. Finally, it says by slow walking the license purge, Colorado is violating federal rules and leaving every one of their improperly credentialed drivers free to operate 80,000-pound trucks, according to the DOT. And I'm not here telling you, hey, listen, these illegals don't know how to drive trucks, but I'm telling you, these illegals don't know how to drive trucks and read all the information they need. They can't even speak or read English. You know, I mean, oh my gosh. I can remember when the United States finally got to that point. Press 2 for Espanol. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I just grew up in the wrong era. But my situation is, if you can't speak the language, learn it. Or go back home where they speak the language you know how to speak. I know that seems a little rash, but man, you know, we have got to pay attention, because these large truck drivers are killing people. They're killing people because they just don't care, or they don't know, or they can't. I mean, how hard is it to read no U-turn? And these guys are pulling U-turns right on I-35 or I-40 type traffic. Redonkulous. Let's get it fixed, Colorado. Come on, man. You guys are way to the left anyway, but allowing these guys to continue to drive illegally, be here illegally, drive illegally, it's time to stop it. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I'll be back with the mop-up segment of the Exploring Energy Radio Show right after this.
The Exploring Energy Show.
The choices you make before, during, and after pregnancy can have a big impact on the rest of your baby's life. Maybe an astronaut, a doctor, or a ballerina. But right now, it's the little moments that will make the big moments possible. It's more than just one moment. You're preparing for a lifetime. Find tips to keep your baby safe and healthy at preparingforalifetime.com.
This is Shawn with Galleria Furniture. Right now, we've got an incredible offer on the Hudson collection. This leather sofa has all the features: a drop-down table with storage, power recline, touch puck lighting, and even Apple charging tray with USB charging. And here's the bonus. When you purchase the sofa and the love seat, you'll get the matching leather power recliner for free. That's over $1,000 in savings. Located in Elk City next to Tractor Supply, where friends don't let friends pay retail.
This Christmas, be sure and visit Dameron Jewelers in downtown Elk City and enjoy savings throughout the store. You'll find Western Oklahoma's finest selection of diamonds, plus custom jewelry pieces, Fossil, Baby G, G-Shock, and Citizens men's and women's watches, unique gift ideas, and more. Holiday hours, they'll be open every Monday through Saturday after Thanksgiving through December 20th, and open Sunday, December 21st from 1 to 5, and Christmas Eve from 9 to 4. Remember, this holiday season, shop local, shop smart, shop Elk City, and shop Dameron Jewelers in downtown Elk City, where they're famous for diamonds.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
Fence building or welding? John 6 will get her done. 6 Wire Company, 580-497-6213.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
For you keep making money, your equipment and your machinery have to keep running. That's simple. American Hose and Supply, they'll help you do that. American Hose and Supply inside the Camrock building next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. Call 303-1123. They can custom make hoses with the specific ends, the specific length, the specific, pressure rating. High pressure, low pressure, discharge, suction, doesn't make any difference. They are the ones. American Hose and Supply, 303-1123. 303-1123. Go to those who know hose. If your power goes out at midnight, you can call Carter Electric because they provide 24-hour emergency electrical service. Owned and operated by Curvin and Mary Orgain. They're the ones that help you see the light of day even at night. You want to make sure your power stays on regardless of the weather? Carter Electric is an authorized Generac generator dealer. Let that sink in. Authorized Generac generator dealer. They can come and size it. You need the proper size. You need it properly installed. They can do that. They can come back and service it to keep it properly running. Carter Electric, a Generac generator dealer. And a lot of electric work goes on overhead. Carter Electric, they understand it. They have pole trucks and man lifts way to get way up high if there's a problem up there. Licensed, insured, trusted. It's Carter Electric. Call them at 225-2447, 225-2447, providing you this hour's weather forecast, the service of Carter Electric. Okay, get right over here to it. Today, Patchy fog before 10 a.m., otherwise mostly sunny with a high near 74. South-southwest winds 11 to 18 miles per hour with gusts as high as 28. Partly cloudy with a low around 47. Tonight, south-southwest winds 11 to 14, gusts as high as 21. Christmas Day, chance of snow, but not here. Mostly sunny with a high near 80. South-southwest winds 10 to 18 miles an hour, 80 degrees on Christmas Day. What? With gusts as high as 28 miles per hour tomorrow. Tomorrow night, mostly clear with a low around 52. South-southwest winds 11 to 14, becoming west after midnight. Winds gusts as high as 21. Friday, sunny with a high near 79. West winds 8 to 11. Friday's shaping up to be a good day. Friday night, mostly cloudy, low around 51. Saturday, partly sunny with a high near 77. Saturday night, cloudy with a low around 39. Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 50. No rain in the forecast. Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 45. Starting to get a little cooler after the weekend. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 55. Setting records as far as extreme heat this winter. As the first day of winter wasn't until 3 days ago. On the 21st of December. It's crazy that it takes that long to start. Okay. Going right to it. Energy news in my briefs. President Donald Trump said Monday this week that he has spoken to U.S. oil companies about what happens after the regime change in Venezuela at a Mar-a-Lago press conference Monday to announce a new Trump class of battleships. A reporter asked if Trump had spoken to American oil companies that have had their assets seized about what a post-Maduro regime would mean for them. Yes, I have. All the big ones, yeah, Trump answered before moving on to the next question. The Trump-class battleship, bringing back the old battleships, I think it's a great idea. And these things are going to be just loaded. New laser warfare, crazy. Analysts say the administration's offshore wind stoppage is a bad choice as it looks to counter rising energy prices, as these projects could have delivered much-needed power to the grid. Doesn't say much-needed affordable power to the grid, but that was their go at it, I guess. Google parent company Alphabet will acquire data center and power infrastructure firm Intersect Power in a $4.75 billion deal. Not a bad idea. Get your own power company. You're going to start building these big data centers. Then you need to produce your own power. Mercedes-Benz USA and its parent company will pay $149.6 million to settle allegations that company modified its cars to pass state emissions tests even though the vehicles far exceeded legal limits for nitrogen oxides. Yeah, the Mercedes. Those rich people could have afforded it. Indiana is hoping to lead the charge with a new revolutionary nuclear energy plant that aims to reuse its own nuclear waste and develop sustainable nuclear technology. In a press release, startup First American Nuclear, Fanco on the exchange, announced plans to host the first U.S. closed-fuel cycle nuclear energy park in the state. The park will reprocess and reuse spent nuclear fuel on site in a process designed to eliminate 97% of long-lasting nuclear waste. Getting close to perpetual energy, I guess. Wyoming's Attorney General is appealing a Converse County District Court judge's decision to reverse the state's government's approval of the Pronghorn H2 wind project. The crux of the case is whether the Wyoming Board of Land Commissioners the rules can authorize the lease of 267 wind turbine projects planned for about 15,500 acres of state trust lands in the northern Laramie Range Mountains. Just a couple from around the world. Oil tankers are diverting from their route to Venezuela. Some are sitting idle at ports instead of setting off for Asia. Discounts on Venezuelan crude are deepening, and the PDVSA may soon start shutting down wells for lack of storage space. Of course, the PDVSA is Venezuela's oil company, state-owned, by the way. President Trump's military campaign against Venezuela is threatening a $8 billion market. Hit them where it hurts, right in the wallet. Iran is being choked by deadly air pollution, another consequence of one of the worst droughts in decades there. Tehran has for several weeks been one of the most polluted cities in the world, according to air quality monitors. The pollution has forced schools and offices to close, and it had dire consequences for human health. In recent weeks, more than 350 deaths have been linked to pollution. Come on in, you're late, but I'll take you. I'll take you. 350 deaths have been linked to pollution in Tehran. Most of them men, because they make the women wear these face masks, so they're not as highly. Okay, yeah. My lovely assistant. I mean, here's the deal. Better late than never. Better late than never is what the deal is. So
this is bad communication is what this is.
Okay, you got some energy stock prices of local note. You're going to have to get your poop in a group over there, aren't you?
Let me get it pulled up. And if you want me to read that.
Absolutely. Get right on it if you would, ma'am.
Okay. American Electric Power is down 3.5 cents at $115.12. Apache is down 2 cents at $24.34. Baker Hughes is down 7 cents at $45.12. ConocoPhillips is up 7 cents at $92.80. Devon Energy is down 17 cents at $36.17. EOG Resources is up 37 cents at $104.36. Expand Energy is down $1.14 at $110.03. General Electric is up 49 cents at $316.10. Halliburton is down 1 cent at $28.16. Helmerich & Payne is up 9 cents at $28.18. Liberty Energy is down 0.5 cent at $18.55. Occidental Petroleum is up 3 cents at $40.13. Ogini Energy is up 1.5 cents at $42.97. One Oak is down 25 cents at $73.22. Phillips 66 is up 46 cents at $129.55. Sandridge Energy is down 7 cents at $14.33. Schlumberger is down 12 cents at $38.08. And Williams Companies is down 13 cents at $59.63.
That's a lot of work on a Christmas Eve.
That was.
Well done. Thanks. Well done, young lady. Just came right in there, popped down on the chair, put your pink bedazzled Mike sock on, and just went after it. Here's some of the commodity prices. West Texas Intermediate up 13 cents now, trading at 58.51. Brent crude oil in the ICE Futures Exchange out of London up 3 cents to 62.41. Tilcom crude oil in Japan up 470 yen per kiloliter. Now NYMEX natural gas is in the red, but still trading at $4.30 per million BTU. Again, just as a reminder, we've got no Paragon TV or Big Elk TV this week. Wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas, but we'll be back on January 6th on Big Elk TV as they come back to the hardwood. And then on ParagonTV.com, live broadcast will return on December 29th. Now, December 29th is when Merritt is going to be playing in the Bertha Frank Teague Invitational. Very big honor to be even asked to play in that tournament. But they're going to be down there. Blake and Gabe are going to go down there and bring you those games from East Central University down there in Ada. And that's going to be on December 29th, Paragon TV. Again, for all those that have joined Paragon TV, we thank you, and so do the schools and the kids and everybody that it does help. So, again, it's Christmas Eve. Are you excited? Are you ready?
I am.
You got all your stuff done? You ready? You got some of that last-minute hurry around and get stuff done today thing?
I have a few things, yes.
Well, be careful out of Walmart. My wife...
I'm not going to Walmart.
my wife went to just get some paper goods and saw an old man and an old lady like to go to blows.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, it was one of those. It was one of those. He was waiting in line with a checker, and they don't get in the middle of the lane because people can go by. And he was standing there waiting. So this lady, she's come right in there and she cut right in front of him. He's like, and boy, she went off on him.
Oh goodness!
Like, woo! My wife was like, she's going to referee that deal. I was just glad to see another man and woman fight. That's all I say. On behalf of all of us here, thank you so much for listening. I promise we'll talk again. Have yourself a Merry Christmas. Keep Jesus the focus. 'Tis the season. Have a great day.
Hello. Here's a station you might like.
This is KECO, Elk City.
At least 2 people are dead and 20 hurt after a catastrophic explosion at a nursing home in Pennsylvania. Governor Josh Shapiro saying first responders worked for hours to rescue survivors.
Quite literally climbing up ladders
handing individuals in this nursing home to police who were at times carrying 2 people on their back to safety.
Police believe a gas leak in the basement may have caused the blast. A Delaware state trooper being hailed a hero after being killed in a shootout at a DMV facility.
Delaware State